Walk with your boys. It's your boys. Intoxicating Sports. I am your man, B Team, Brady Simpson, with, as always, two of my co-hosts. To the left, Hunter Prozinski, and to the right, the man, Adam Bowman. We're missing one of the guys again, Josiah's Crusetta. Early lead on why is because the Giants lost and he's too scared to show his face. Probably. So that's pretty tough. Hey, we got a good episode for you guys. Breaking news pretty much today that we're going to go through. I guess it'll be 2 days late for you all listening. But quickly highlight week 6 of the NFL. We got Intoxicating Inbox I threw out earlier in the day. We're going to go through and hit those questions. We actually got a lot of feedback really quickly, which is awesome. I love that. So we'll go through a lot of those and drunk draft at the end. And it's going to be always awesome. So let's fucking go. Yeah. Normally I start with the shotgun. I'm not shotgunning.
I'll take your spot.
I looked in your fridge and there was
see anything you liked?
Not anything I liked. It was like Busch Light was my best option.
So there's probably about 25 different beers in there.
Miller High Life. I just did not want to shotgun a beer. Wasn't up for it. So I passed.
I'll pick up your slack. I'll get one done. Just little teaser. I happen to be your week's loser for drunk draft.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to our topic and everything at the end, as always. But might as well start it off.
Yeah, let's go. So breaking news earlier today. Jets trade for wide receiver Davante Adams. We knew that Davante Adams was going to go somewhere. We broke that also kind of breaking news right before our pod, maybe a week or two ago, that he requested a trade. I guess, 2 days later for y'all listening. But if I can pull this up and tell you what the hell happened, the Raiders will receive a third that can turn into a second-round pick if Davante Adams is first or second all-team pro, or he's on the active roster when they reach the AFC Championship game.
I think it's a fourth that can turn to a second.
Okay.
The third is for the other trade that we'll talk about, I believe.
Someone look that because I
have to shotgun, but
okay.
Bowman, you can.
I never saw the official, but I think what Brady said was the initial trade.
The very first thing I read was ESPN, so Schefter is wrong if that's my source. Schefter hit me up.
Schefter has been wrong before.
So he's wrong. Blame him.
Before too, so. Yeah, well, semantics. Go ahead.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, they're not going to reach AFC Championship game, so
whoa!
tough.
Spoiler.
So yeah, he reunites with Aaron Rodgers. Good luck, shotgun.
Good luck.
And that's a guy that he played most of his career with. Put up huge numbers. How your outlook now on the Jets, Bowman? How you feeling about the Jets now? You think it changes anything?
Spicy grapes.
I mean, imagine it changes something.
Thank you, Bowman.
Great.
All right, next question.
All right, on to
Okay, so say I thought they had a 5% chance of even making the AFC Championship is now 6.
All right.
That's 20% higher. So it depends how you frame it.
It's whatever lenses you want to put on it. I mean,
It has to help some.
I don't imagine it changes the team too much. They already had great, well-producing receivers already, so that's not the part that was lacking.
But with Aaron Rodgers, he needs his dudes. He needs timing. He kind of is the one quarterback I feel like that is always a bitch about yelling that he needs timing.
He's just going to keep getting people fired. He's just going to keep complaining about people, and then it's going to be him and his buddies on the Jets.
And then he'll eventually just fire himself, and they'll be done.
I mean, probably the most likely outcome here is they win a couple more games, go 9-8, 10-7, maybe barely make the playoffs, but doesn't really change anything. And okay, what was that all for? I mean, that's probably the most likely outcome, right? Give him an extra win or two, and that's it.
Yeah, I think it would change Aaron Rodgers' stats a little bit. He's going to probably have a little less turnovers than he has been having. having that guy to actually go to in those spots is key for him. They got a lot of chemistry, so that'll come out. But, yeah, as far as team-wise, no, man. I'm not even high on the Jets before this shit. Fantasy numbers-wise, I think it's great for him, Davante.
Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, I mean, they're going to be fighting for, like, the last wild card spot in my eyes, and that's doesn't really change a whole lot.
I don't know. I heard that hamstring injury is pretty serious.
Relax.
Just keeping him out.
There's no way he even has a hamstring at all.
I saw, like, he was on McAfee, and Davante Adams walked in the room when they were doing the interview with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
And he asked him about the injury. And I don't know if it's just Aaron Rodgers just sitting there smiling because he's happy, or when Davante Adams was talking about the injury, he started smiling bigger, like, there was no injury. Like, that's what I immediately thought.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He's just faking
I mean, it was
it.
very convenient timing for him to say, oh, I had a hamstring soreness, and was out the exact timeline from it coming out that he needed it or wanted to get traded. And now he's saying, like, yeah, I'm good as he gets traded. I mean, come on.
And they just lost to the Bills last night. So, man, that was one they were close to stealing. Didn't. So they've got some ground to make up. This should help.
Easy matchup next week. This coming week.
Yeah.
Who they got?
The Steelers.
The losers.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Sunday Night Football.
Dude, fuck whoever makes these schedules and gives the Steelers a primetime game every other week for the last 5 years when they can't break 10 wins. It's so annoying.
And even the games they win they're just so
They're
slow.
gross. Exactly. Even the ones they win are so boring.
I don't wait all Sunday for a defensive game.
I fucking hate it.
I want fireworks.
Meanwhile, the Vikings have two standalone games this year. Steelers, I think, have 6.
Well, that's expectation for the season for why the Vikings have 2. But
even so, it's a better fucking watch.
it's just we have so many fans across the world. Like, they have to put them on primetime because it's, like, the most liked, rooted for team in the NFL.
Them and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But Jesus,
have to
at
do
least the Cowboys are fun to watch sometimes. Steelers are never fun to watch. At least since Ben Roethlisberger, even
I'll tell you what, it was really fun watching
Probably 10
Sunday's
years,
game.
bro.
It was really fun watching that. But I said this last week. I mean, I get most excited when we're on defense. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. No sports team says that. No sports fan says that.
I mean, TJ Watt, too, just fucking right hooks, punching the ball out. That's when I got the most lit, I think.
Defense player of the year incoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dog. Well, Hutchinson just got killed.
Yeah. Oh, my God, that sucks for the Lions. You want to move on to the other trade that happened today?
Yeah. Shit, what other trades are going to happen before this goes out? 2 trades happened today that were pretty big.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills traded for Amari Cooper. So the Browns letting him go because they're ass. They also received a 6th-round pick, and the Browns received a 3rd and a 7th.
Mm-hmm.
So is this the same thing as, okay, you got a receiver, not really changing much? What do you guys think about the Bills moving forward?
I think it helps them. Same thing, right? It helps them maybe a game or something. They needed someone to throw to. Amari sucked dick this year, but you have to imagine a lot of that is situation, Deshaun, horrible offensive line. Amari's always been the dude, even before the Browns. He's always been the dude to kind of like put it on when he wants to. He'll put up, he'll have a 3-touchdown game next to like a 20-yard receiving game back to back. I guarantee he's done that multiple times in his career.
Yeah, for sure.
So if he if he goes there and is like happy to be on a winning team again and actually turns it on, we'll see if he can still do that. I would say this late in his career, he's not that old, but he is probably past his prime.
Oh yeah,
still solid.
Yeah.
Still solid.
I think he's 30.
31 maybe.
But
So
like
that's
good
that
enough.
age where you're like coming off your prime. Yeah, for sure.
And Bills needed another good wide receiver for sure. So if he can just kind of be the other guy outside of Shakir can be more of like the run after catch guy, shorter, and then Amari's stretching the field a little bit more air yards. I like the combo.
Unfortunately, I think this doesn't change much of anything for them. Again, I mean, it's nice for the fantasy numbers, which is dope for you guys who have Amari Cooper. But I I feel like every year it's always just about Josh Allen and his turnovers. So like longevity wise, I just don't like we've seen him with Diggs. Diggs has been one of the best in the league for the last few years up until now. And I mean they're still always falling short.
They're very close though.
And
Like if they can get right there again. Cooper is like a Diggs light. Kind of similar in that they just try and get open downfield a little bit. Not huge like after the catch. But I mean, even with Diggs, we're saying the Bills didn't ever win it.
Right.
But I mean, they were right there every year. Usually in the AFC Championship, losing to the Chiefs by like a score, and it's Patrick Mahomes. So I don't think we can take it away that like, oh, they just can't finish in the postseason. They're going against maybe the greatest quarterback of all time on their side of the playoffs, you know?
True, I hear you, but also when you do that every single year, it's just like, I mean, it's their basis now. It's just doing that. So I mean, until they get a little farther, the Chiefs are eliminated, so they don't have to play them. I mean, I don't know. That's just where I'm at, thinking the Bills are just still stuck, and that one person wouldn't help them as much.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, I'm right there with you in thinking that the Super Bowl is going to be the Chiefs versus the Vikings again, for sure. I know, I get it. I know what you're thinking.
Where is the Super Bowl this year? I feel like I've asked this.
New Orleans.
Okay.
I just got the update that
With Kendrick playing
Davante
halftime.
Adams plans to make his debut on Sunday night. He's fine.
Yeah, so as Davante Adams owner in I think 4 different fantasy leagues, you guys think I should start him? 'Cause I'm thinking I just sit and wait and see how
He'll
it
get shut
develops.
down.
No, you should start him.
I can't tell if you're being sincere. You just want
You should start him.
You think so?
Yeah.
Do I have him in that league against you this week? That might be the one I don't actually.
I mean, depending
Uh,
if you have like really good receivers, then whatever, it's a question. But I would start him. I think even just not knowing the full playbook, I mean, it's got to be simple just to have him run some basic routes and get open. If you have to guard Garrett Wilson on the other side, I mean, you can't. You can double one, you can't double the other.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be him or Trace Sermon, I guess. So, yeah, I'll probably start him against Bowman. I got Keenan.
That works for me.
So. All right, you're going down in the military league.
Mike Tomlin's got my lock though. So
yeah,
we're
that
good,
game's
we're
going to
good.
have like 14 total points. So.
Whatever. He's my flex.
Better not get a goddamn delay again. Fuck.
You want to watch this game, actually?
Yeah. Okay, so there it is. 2 big trades. This makes you feel like more are coming, so that's fun.
I definitely think there's going to be more coming.
A lot of trash teams that might as well just sell away.
There's 3 weeks until the deadline. There's never been, like, trades this early. And we haven't even talked about – there's been actually some other trades, just not with, high wide receivers. Some more, like, defensive players and stuff that makes me think that there's just a lot more trading going on every year in the NFL. Mid-season, that is.
Yeah, back on the Jets, they had Hassan Reddick, and then he was just granted to seek a trade
Right.
because they would not pay him. So, wonder how that turns out. I don't know if he'll get anything that
People
good
are
back.
saying Lions to replace Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, that's good.
Who are definitely in win-now mode, but are going to lose this week against the Vikings. So
All right, so moving on to NFL Week 6. Quickly highlighting, and you guys just pick out whatever you may want to talk about after I'm done here. Week 6 NFL, the 49ers tame the Seahawks. The Bears dominate Jags in their hometown London. The Packers pack up the Cards and ship them out. Colts beat the Titans. Texans double up the Pats with a good Drake May debut anyway. Browns lose again. Baker laughs at the Browns as he puts up 51 versus Saints. Ravens beat the Commanders. Chargers hold off Broncos comeback. Steelers dominate in Vegas. The Lions ferociously fuck the Cowboys silly. The Falcons take care of the Panthers.
He's just going down the
Bowman's
list right now.
Bungles beat Josiah's Little Giants. And the Bills skirt past the Jets in
All
NFL
right.
Week 6.
Next week, you do that, but all one breath.
Okay.
See if you can do it.
Okay.
All one breath. You
And
gotta
I want you to memorize it too.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I can try. I mean, I'm
in
kind of good at that
alphabetical order.
stuff.
No, chronological order. And, yep, all one breath.
All right.
If you can do it,
I can do it.
I'll shotgun a beer on the pod right afterwards.
Okay.
After he
Wait,
says
after he's done.
not
yeah.
after the pod.
As he's catching his breath, I'll shotgun.
So, anything out of that? Actually, maybe we can talk about the really nice one I wrote in here. Ferociously fuck the Cowboys silly. That was it. Yeah.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah. What was up with that? Lions went 47-9. That was one of the biggest ass whoopings I've seen.
Yeah, and then they kept doing trick plays as they were winning and pulling starters and then still doing trick plays with the back or still passing with the backup quarterbacks and stuff.
Yeah, they're just trolling them, which is hilarious because it's the Cowboys. Man, for how much fucking hype and like the Cowboys get every year and how much they're talked about constantly on every sports show, like beginning of the year, leading up, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it just makes pretty much everyone else in the world happy to see that except for Cowboys fans.
Yeah. I'd say so. Other than, I'm not pretty much have to get past Detroit, the Vikings do, to get to the Super Bowl, and obviously we play them next week, so like
Big game.
I'm starting to, for all my life, I never had to worry about the Lions. And then just like that, in like a year, they're all of a sudden the top contender and like, guard the door of ever getting to a Super Bowl in the immediate future. So it's weird. Like I all of a sudden have to start hating the Lions, and it's very hard to stop hating the Lions or start hating the Lions. But still didn't have a problem with them killing the Cowboys because fuck the Cowboys. In Dallas too, which was kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I think were you going to read us that?
I was going to say the Cowboys and the Steelers have the same amount of playoff wins in the last 10 years.
Okay.
Just 3 of them.
I think that makes me feel better, but it's
Lions beat their ass extra hard because, like, a couple years the Cowboys beat the Lions extra hard or something, right? Was that a thing?
probably. Well, you remember like last year when we were watching the game, I think in King's basement where Lions versus Cowboys, they had that Lions lineman who didn't.
NFC Championship
Yes.
or game before.
Divisional round?
Yeah.
They had that lineman who failed
That'd
to
be wild
report
card, actually.
at the line.
Decker or someone maybe.
Taylor Decker.
And then the refs kind of fucked up that play call, and it cost him the game. And then
But the Lions won.
I believe the Lions started this game with a lineman reporting as eligible, like to troll the Cowboys, saying
The first play of the game?
yes, and they had to report it. They did that obviously on purpose, and then they just, I mean, to do that to start the game is one thing, but then to come out and beat them by 40 points is another. That's ridiculous.
I think the Cowboys are just so one-dimensional. They have no run game. You can't really run it against the Lions either, but the Lions know that, and they know the Cowboys have no run game, so they can just sit back and play against the pass. And sometimes when Dak's really off, it just snowballs, and they just, I mean, they got steamrolled from it.
Their team has just slowly gotten worse, which makes me think they're kind of losing their outside their window, which would be pretty damn funny. Because they still have Dak on contract.
They just paid CD
Just paid Dak fucking hella money.
and CD.
Yeah.
They're on the decline.
And
for
they
sure.
never even really did anything in their window. They didn't even make it to an NFC championship.
Yeah. It's
the
all
Vikings
about
have done that more recently
the
than the
fucking
Cowboys.
Jesus, the greediness of those players, like asking for the most money in their position group, getting it, not them just being like, we can throw out Rico Dowdle and Zeke and just be fine. Their defense, what I was surprised, like I thought they'd be really good, and they're really bad.
They're still missing Parsons, right?
Yes.
So
but
that's a big.
he was
I mean, that's their best
still-
player.
Their defense looked real. Yeah, they looked
when he was
uninterested
playing,
in
not good.
playing too. Like they just weren't even trying.
Fair. Yeah. Also, Lions
The
maybe
fucking,
the best offense.
like show that Jerry Jones puts on constantly, just all that mixed together. I mean, Jesus, man.
A lot of rookie running backs kind of showing out this year that Dallas should have drafted one of them and easily could have. Just
Yeah,
throw some youth.
To name some others.
Just throw some youth in there. What?
Yeah,
For rookie running backs?
Yeah.
I believe Bucky Irving, Ray
He's
Davis
nice.
last night.
Yeah.
Ray Davis looked good. And the number one dude hasn't even hit the field yet either.
Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah, for Carolina.
Braylon Allen's been really nice for the Jets
Allen
as a
scored
backup.
last night.
Looks pretty good.
These are all guys who were drafted in the second or
And it's
probably
only
mostly third and on.
mid-October of their rookie year. It's pretty rare to see running backs doing that early. So, yeah, you're right.
Sean Tucker, also for the.
The dude for the Bucks, is he a rookie?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a rookie.
He's just new to
Yeah.
my ears.
I feel like he's not,
I just don't know who that is until now.
but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not talking Bucks running backs. Fuck 'em.
Bucks.
What else you got? We all know Cowboys suck.
Yeah, they're ass. I'll just hit this for a moment because it's new news as of today as well, is that the Steelers are thinking about starting Russell Wilson this week.
Yeah.
That's surprising to me. I thought,
Very.
we won 32-13. Justin Fields had another average game. So the fact that we just won and he had an average game, I feel like, they would just keep on with it.
Aren't you guys 4-2
We
and
are.
like a goal line stand away from being 5-1?
Probably, yes. Yeah, the Dallas game.
And you're switching quarterbacks.
I know, it's
When
weird.
does that ever happen?
And
Ever.
I don't know if it's just Tomlin keeping it interesting and just saying that, but I'm actually okay with it. If he wants to do it right now, whatever, do it. And if he loses this game, then put Fields right back in. Then we have an excuse like we tried Russell, move on right away. If we win, then Tomlin looks like a genius, whatever. Keep moving forward with him.
Yeah, I mean, you got to say that Tomlin is in maybe a select few group of coaches that kind of just gets the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you got to trust him. We don't really know if there's like a secret Fields injury thing, if it's actually like a schematic thing where they really think Russell Wilson's going to be better against the Jets or something. I think,
okay. Yeah.
you really go this week, and then maybe, like you said, we can talk about it afterwards of the decision and see if there is a big drop-off. But I think Tomlin's probably earned that trust, right? You
For
kind of
sure.
let him coach his team. I think he's good enough at it. It is weird seeing a defensive coach get so like bold about a quarterback decision like that, though.
You said something about maybe Russell Wilson can schematically play better. What if we just did this all year and we're like, okay, against this team, Russell Wilson, our pass game might be more effective and to beat this team, and then against shittier teams like the Raiders, we can have Justin Fields because that his running ability is more effective in those types of games against the defense. That could be something to play around with. Pick and choose where you want them. It's super dangerous.
This is going to work out well for you.
I know. It's super dangerous.
You're definitely not going to win a Super Bowl that way.
And then one thing, too, if we do start Russell Wilson, then they got to air it out more. They need to open it up more because that's the only advantage I see putting him in is being able to throw this ball downfield. And if it doesn't work or we don't open it up, then put Fields back in because at least he can run the ball.
Do you think you have the pass catchers to open it up, though?
I just feel like
No.
if you have like a competent quarterback, you should be able to get it to people.
Is Russell Wilson not way over the fucking hill?
He's on. I mean,
Maybe.
age-wise, he's still fine. But in Denver, he was super average.
How old is he?
I'm gonna guess 35.
I think
34.
Tom Brady's like kind of fucked us over in the age model of how good he was for how long, because normally quarterbacks kind of
Russell Wilson is 35.
Boom.
pretty old.
Turns 36 next month.
Changes a lot. You can only start till then.
I think you can play as an older quarterback these days. I don't think that's crazy.
Against that offensive line, though.
I mean, yeah, an offensive line is one thing, but we just keep talking every week about how Flacco's still out there doing it. Andy Dalton just led the Panthers to actual decent quarterbacking. I mean, the offensive game, like roughing the quarterback and shit, has changed such that you can play later. So I don't know. I think you can. I think Kirk Cousins is actually doing it pretty well right now as well, coming off Achilles no less.
They got to make the playoffs?
I hope not, but it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's not necessarily just schematics. What if it is like Justin Fields has some knee inflammation coming in on Monday after a game or something, and even if it's not enough to like put him out, well, if that's a combination with like, okay, we actually want to hit the Jets deeper in their coverages, and Russell Wilson can do that better than Fields. Yeah. You know, like before we started watching football, it was a lot more common for coaches to use the backup quarterback, not just as a pure backup, but like maybe not as much switching between games, but definitely switching in games where they'd have the backup play like 6 games a year or something if the starter just didn't have a good first half or stuff. That's kind of gotten more taboo now, but I mean, it's not to say that it didn't work. It's just hard to run an offense in a locker room like that where people are guessing which is your starting quarterback. But if both starting quarterbacks aren't proven like starters, winners long term with the team, and the coach is more so the dude that you can trust, then you kind of just go with, okay, whoever Tomlin thinks is the quarterback. Like I said, it gets a lot of benefit of the doubt. So I'm excited to see it. I don't know. It definitely could all be talk too, like you said. They're just posturing so the Jets don't know who to game plan for. But I could see them going back and forth a little bit this year as Russell Wilson gets healthy.
I'm eager to see who they start. Prime time, too.
Who would you rather start? This game specifically.
If I was coach, I would just keep it as is. I would keep Justin out there right now.
Probably a safer choice without knowing anything else.
I bet you the team likes Justin Fields more than Russell Wilson anyway.
You'd gotta think so.
For sure. That's why I think it's weird to change, too, because I feel like he's got a lot of...
Probably ride with him harder.
Yeah. A lot of support. He seems like he's definitely a more likable guy.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Where to next?
All right. So anything else that happened in NFL Week 6 that you guys are feeling or want to bring up? We do have some intoxicating sports questions centered around NFL and college football, which is great.
Yeah, we can go there. I'll just say your boy Caleb Williams had his best game of the year so far.
Yeah.
I was actually up to watch that game on very little sleep, but I watched it. Jags suck dick. Bears actually look like a football team. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
NFC North, all 4-win teams plus.
Oh, my God. You see the point differential on the NFC North teams? I didn't even know that was possible. The top 4 out of 32 teams in point differential are all the NFC North. You know
That's pretty great.
How insane that is?
That's awesome.
Absolutely bananas. 4-2, 4-2, Lions 4-1, Vikes 5-0. What a division.
Damn, that's nice. Who do we all have winning? I have the Lions.
Packers. Probably both Lions over there.
Yeah.
Lions. Okay, got you.
I had Packers to make the playoffs later, as did Josias. Brady had the Bears to make the playoffs.
I do.
And you had Lions. Bowman had Lions to make the wild card. So it looks like we all mostly have Packers, Lions, but Brady went Bears instead of Packers.
Mm-hmm.
Bold. They're both 4-2 right now. Definitely would feel better about the Packers, but
believe the Bears have played like 3 one-win teams.
They have,
Yeah, their wins are against shitty teams for sure.
But they still kind of have.
Yeah, still a good time and definitely seeing improvement.
Every week he's gotten better. Caleb Williams. Defense looks fine.
Great defense.
They really would have even worse, like, schedule still coming up, but the Commanders turned out to be really good. That's who they play this week. Cardinals aren't great. Play them after, and then the Patriots. They still don't have like the dirtiest schedule. They could put up some wins.
Dirtiest. Bears have a bye week this week. That might be the following.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So bye Commanders, Cards, Pats, and then they hit a run. rough stretch. Holy shit. After that, it's Packers, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, Vikings, Lions, Seahawks, Packers to end the year. There's not one
divisional
playoff
games, man. You
game
gotta.
there.
Those are the key.
Holy shit.
All right, NFL Week 6. That is. I'm gonna go to Intoxicating Inbox again, guys. Thanks for all the questions. It's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
I love all the feedback, all the questions, and unfortunately, we're missing Josias on this. I would have loved if he could be here to answer these as well, but he's not. I'm gonna do it without him.
He's using all his PTO pretty early in the year.
This is a question that's gonna get your blood boiling. Not really. Just gonna have
All of
a
us?
quick answer to it.
Oh,
Is Najee Harris a top 10 running back in the league?
bro. Good next question.
No.
Next question.
No.
Wait. For
No.
shits and giggles, let's just name 10 right now. I agree with you, but okay.
I mean, we're just
Jonathan
gonna go down
Taylor,
depth
Derrick
charts.
Henry, Saquon, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, Brees Hall.
Did you say Bijan?
No, Bijan.
Josh Jacobs,
Josh Jacobs.
Brees Hall.
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
David Montgomery,
Yep.
Chase
Jameer
Brown.
Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs.
Okay, not Chase Brown.
Lamar Jackson.
Sure, Lamar.
Why
All right,
not?
that was plus
Ken
10
Walker.
plus. Yeah.
Jordan Mason.
That was a hell
I'll
of a
take
question
Jordan
to
Mason
rip out
over
there.
Najee Harris.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He did have a sick run in this game, though. He's got like maybe 2 of those a year.
Najee?
Yeah.
Najee, I did see that run. It was pretty good.
Or just like sweet highlights where he stiff arms a dude extra hard because he's just big and strong. But other than that, you know,
Yeah.
he's pretty basic, man.
A real Mike Tomlin of running backs.
Oh, wait, whoa, what? No way. Mike Tomlin deserves better than that. Okay, next question. Can the Vikings sustain the streak?
The streak
Of
of
not
win-
losing?
Are they going to be the first ever 20-0 team? Probably not.
Yeah, and it's this week. They are playing the Lions, so it's going to be a tough
They're
week to do it.
Favorites, though.
They're home.
They
Home,
are.
yeah.
They're home favorites by about 2.5. I mean, I think they should be favored this week. Probably only by that little, but I've said I think they're for real. I think their realistic expectation now is like 13 wins.
That's insane just to hear.
Yes, but don't you kind of agree? That would only be finishing the season 8-6 or 8-5.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They're already 5-0. I would probably drop to like 11, but that's
Maybe.
because I'm a little bit of a hater.
But they kind of already went through the toughest part of their schedule. They have a lot of divisional games left, but like they knocked out at Pats already or at Packers.
49ers.
They and
Texans.
Yeah. I would be very confident saying they're winning at least 11. So it depends what you mean by streak.
The second part of
They're
that question is, we've probably talked about this week to week, but how were they so underestimated, do you think?
Last year, it looked worse than it really was because the quarterback play was so fucking bad. So it looked like the offense couldn't do anything without Kirk Cousins because we had Josh Dobbs in there and
He's doing progressive commercials now.
yeah, as the backup dude. And that one dude from the Niners.
Mullins.
Yeah, Nick Mullins. He sucks
Yeah.
too. So like the offense just looked garbage. But really, when you think about it, our weapons are top tier in the league, and our offensive line didn't lose anyone. So once we put in a competent quarterback, we're good again on offense. And then on defense, if you remember, we actually started off last year really well on defense. And even when we were winning early with Josh Dobbs and company, it was because of defense. And then we slowly had like some more injuries, and it just fizzled out towards the end of the year. But in the offseason, what we really did was load up on defensive dudes. We really didn't do anything on offense. So we spent all our money on defensive dudes that when we gave up Kirk Cousins, we could give up or spend more on defense. So then you just get better dudes with who already had success when they were healthy last year under Flores, and then another year of defensive players learning Flores' scheme, getting more comfortable with it, so now they can just play with their ears pinned back instead of thinking so much. So honestly, in hindsight, it kind of made sense. And that's why I thought there was definitely a chance, and I'd bet on like Darnold comeback player of the year and whatnot. But I didn't expect it, but I knew, there was this possibility. Maybe not quite this good. I didn't think they'd be contenders, like seriously to go to a Super Bowl. But the pieces were always there. Should be even better next year, honestly.
All right, good answer. Let the Vikings guy take that one. Third question. Are the Bengals a poverty franchise again? What has to change?
Whoa, they won.
They did grab a big win against Josiah's Little Giants. I feel like that's like a super extreme thing to say, a poverty franchise.
That is pretty low. Well, they have one win this year, so that would be it.
I mean, yeah,
Two.
they have 2 wins now, but it's
I
like
stopped listening last week. I stopped watching.
I mean,
Vikings
a
run by.
season doesn't like start like years worth of failure, which they
Yeah,
have.
their owner's actually finally investing in the team. They've upgraded the locker room. They're looking at stadium upgrades. So
There you go.
things are actually on the up and up.
Just
Yeah,
need to get rid of the coach.
I mean, it's not like you don't have Joe Burrow for the next 8 years, so I don't think they can turn into that. They'll always be flirting with the playoffs every year.
You'd think so. Hard to go poverty with an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine.
Pretty impossible, actually.
Defense, I mean, held the Giants to 7 this week. I know the Giants don't have a good offense, but it's still something. They've been giving up hella points.
Defense did look a lot nicer. I know they missed a couple field goals in there, but
God, I wish we were missing Josiah's Giants rant. I really, because I know he's probably, on this week I listened to Talking Giants,
Talking
and
Giants.
they said,
that's not what he sounds like.
Not a great voice, but the substance was there. He was telling me yesterday how he was getting pissed because everyone he was listening to was like Dexter Lawrence is so underrated and stuff. And I'm like, out of all the Giants, I don't think Dexter Lawrence is underrated or underappreciated. Like, I think people know he's like the best dude on the Giants.
I just really wouldn't think twice about that name.
Dexter Lawrence?
Yeah, I don't know.
Really?
I would just be like, I mean, he's talked about just as much in my head as I want him to be.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm never
kind of
gonna
what
be
I
like
thought. Yeah, like he's not
Dexter
talked a
Lawrence.
ton because the Giants suck. If the Giants were good, he would get more praise. That's just kind of the life you live as like a good player on a bad team.
Yeah. All right, next question. Will the Bucks bench Denzel Burke?
Probably not.
No.
Doubt it.
No, but this will just start the conversation of the Ohio State Buckeyes losing this past weekend to Oregon 32-31.
I saw a lot of people calling for the defensive coordinator's head.
Yeah,
They want to kill him?
I've heard that.
Maybe.
Put it on a pike?
It wasn't clear by
Okay.
the tweets.
Yeah, I mean, that's asked because, I mean, early on, I think it was all in the first half, is when I yelled, oh, my God, Denzel Burke's been burnt 4 different times already.
Denzel burnt.
Yeah, that's his new name. He should change that on Twitter if he has one. So, yeah, that's what's sparking that question. We were just trying to go one-on-one with those Oregon receivers,
Yeah.
and we got no pressure to help out.
Oh, yeah, the pressure was
And
terrible.
so, like, that mixed with
Had all day.
them beating us just looks really, really bad.
It was a tough game to watch.
Only dropped one spot.
Yeah, which is
Which
super.
we
I would have done
should've.
that, too.
Will play Penn State and
Yeah. I mean, because we lost by
3
1 point. We
3
played
weeks
a
or-
hell of an offensive game in my eyes. So,
The odds to win the championship didn't, like, barely budged.
yeah.
Like, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like you lose one, you're like, oh, we might not make a championship now. We
Yeah.
have no chance. Like, you have hella chances.
I know. This is kind of my when you talk about the whole playoff thing again. But that was kind of my argument where, like, yeah,
Yeah.
you really want to win that game, but at the end of the day, like, kind of doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
You know?
it's a good game. Have room for
It was.
improvement. I think Oregon played a game
lot
that
of
they
room for
can't
improvement.
play much better.
Yeah.
I got to watch enough Oregon to know, but
No, I agree with that. That was by far the best game they played all year. They, Dan Lanning just completely outcoached Ryan Day. I mean, to spike that kick off of our guy, get that back, to purposely throw that dude on the field for the 12th man to get a penalty, to waste time. I mean, completely. Like, those things, you pinpoint the small things that may never come up. He just fucking won them against us. I
It was like
feel like it's pretty perfectly set out for them, and I don't know if they can do that again.
no pass interference call. Probably leads to at least a field goal attempt to win the game, but just bad execution in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seemed like we got out-coached, though, and I'm not ever real confident going into a second game thinking we got out-coached the first game. I don't have a lot of confidence that we
What, in like a Big Ten championship?
any of those. Yeah, I don't know.
You think, we now have our offensive coordinator set in stone, Chip Kelly. Did a great job. Ryan Day's just head. Doesn't have to worry about play calling. Maybe he focuses more on defense now to help that dude out. And hopefully we just get better.
Even the coaching of Will Howard sliding with 1 second left as time clears off, so you can't even have a chance to have a last play. Like, that's Will Howard, but at some point that's coaching too. He should be he should know that sort of thing just can't happen.
I will say, I mean, everybody's going to remember Will Howard for making that fucked up decision, but he had a really good game. So just try and remember that he still played really well throughout that game.
I don't know. I don't know about really well.
He really did. I honestly think he played a really good game. There was like 2 throws I think I remember where I was like, oh, fuck. That wasn't that good of a throw. But a lot of quarterbacks do that, and he just put up 32 points. I really do feel like he played well. Just a bad decision that people are going to remember him for. So hopefully he gets better.
Imagine he won't do it
Doesn't do
again,
that.
so
You would hope so.
better do it now than in a championship game. Playoffs.
He's still good, not great to me.
Hopefully he
You know what?
proves
Stop
wrong.
watching then.
We got my shut up. I've watched so many worse OSU quarterbacks.
Okay, so next question. What's your favorite fall beer?
Like, are they looking for like a pumpkin spice beer or something? What do you fall beer? Like a beer to have in the fall?
No, I would just think in the fall, what beer do you drink most?
Does
I'm not
it
sure it
change
changes.
by the
So it
season?
doesn't change, but in the spirit of the question, I'll say I liked it like a nicer, like Not Your Father's root beer. Always felt like football drinking beer to me.
Okay.
It's really hard to find nowadays. I haven't even seen it in like a year, but I always liked that during football. I don't know why that reminded me of football, but that's the closest I got.
They have like an apple flavored Busch Light.
Yeah,
That's
I've seen
pretty
those.
solid.
Okay. I've tried that one actually. Yes, I have not tried the peach one. I don't think the peach Busch Light.
That's gross.
You're solid. You're truth all the time though, right?
Yeah. So it's always truth, you know. Probably time we get another truth tower one of these days.
I mean, beer specifically, I've been getting away from it in all aspects. Like it's either like some type of liquor or seltzer. But when I drink beer or get beer places, it's normally a truth.
Yeah.
So
Would, honorable mention for winter, especially around Christmas, Fireball. The cinnamon, just perfect. Feels like winter.
yeah, you can make certainly some holiday drinks with that.
Mhm.
I mean,
Or some like Jack Daniel's Tennessee Fire. Is that no? It's Tennessee Honey,
Honey?
and what's the fire one? Isn't there another thing?
Like firecracker
there
or
is-
something?
like
There's-
Jack Fire.
Jack Fire. It's like cinnamon, but all that cinnamon is good during the
Yeah. The Crown Apple we were hitting
Yeah.
during the game, I loved that one. That's
Crown
always
Apple?
a great
That's a good
one.
Yeah, sure. We'll take this question to liquor because our beer taste doesn't really change.
I actually think someone might ask that up here. So
Well, 2 for the price of 1.
next question would be, what was our reaction to Aiden Hutchinson's injury?
I don't know if you guys got an actual answer, but I'll kind of supplement this question. Do you actually go and, like, say you saw it was a bad injury, will you seek out the replay to see what actually happened, to see it once?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't go seek it. I know I'll see it on my timeline no matter what. So
Okay.
I don't-
I
I don't
like
need to go look
avoid
at
it.
it.
I'm like, if it's really bad, like I don't need to see it.
I was just telling my brother about my TJ Watt bet to win Defensive Player of the Year,
Nice.
and then Aiden Hutchinson breaks his leg, and then the next play, like TJ Watt punches the ball out for a fumble. And I was like, oh shit.
That was a sweet play too.
Yeah.
That's quite the change.
Yeah,
Not that.
that's funny
squeamish,
because
though.
some people are so squeamish that if they see it, it just makes them sick to their stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, I make a face. I'm like, oh, but I don't get like that. So I just need to see it once.
That's fair.
If his leg wasn't covered and you could see his
The
bone
bone?
protruding
Like
from
the
his
Kevin
skin,
Ware.
it'd
That
be
would
different. Well, not like out, but even if you could just see his skin, like
yeah.
it's different when you can't really see.
I'll say without telling any stories at all, I've literally seen that in person.
Oh.
And it is very freaky in person.
Yeah, I bet.
So
I don't doubt that.
yeah, I imagine all those people. I didn't see it exactly when it happened on the field. I just saw everyone like with sad faces, and then I had to go on Twitter to find it. So I did
Had
see
to
it.
Go on Twitter.
Yeah, they showed replays of his face, and I was like, oh shit, that must have been really bad. 'Cause
Yeah.
immediately he was like, oh.
It's like or like the other players' faces that see it right away. Oh, and they like turn away. It's like, damn, there's some badass dudes that just cannot bear to see that. So
You guys
I
remember
probably don't need to.
Kevin Ware?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was like
Didn't I say
one of the
that?
most famous ones. Did
Ye-
you?
Yeah. But yeah, that's straight out of
My
the
bad, my
skin.
bad.
That was crazy.
That one. I remember there's another one in like opening day NBA where
Paul George. Got
Okay,
his
was that
ankle
the
or
one?
something?
George was bad. I don't know if it was
No.
Kevin Ware bad. But the thing is on those, like Kevin Ware's was actually not awful because if it's like that, like clean break out of the skin, it's usually like a clean break, and for some reason, heals better than if it's like busted up, like shrapnel. I don't know if shrapnel's the right word there, but
Yeah, and he, like you said, Defense Player of the Year, he was up there. I think he had one game earlier this year with like 6 sacks. So he was in contention. That really sucks for him and the Lions. Moving on then, next question is, why is the state of Ohio now a big social media joke? And do people in Ohio know this?
Yes,
Someone
they
asked
know
this
it.
that doesn't live in Ohio.
it has to be like my mom or something.
It is.
Sounds exactly like it.
People know. I'm aware that people. Have
Yeah,
Ohio
this
as
has
a
been
joke.
a thing for a while. I feel like.
I don't know why we're a big joke. I don't really understand it. I don't think, like, why? I don't know.
I can give a
Ohio State.
guess. I mean, I think it's the most stereotypical Midwest city that's still big enough and relevant enough to be in like the public discourse. Like it has all the major sports teams. It has like Ohio State. It's in a location where like I don't know, everyone knows someone from Ohio or like a concert that's been here, so people have gone here. It's definitely like I don't know, it's more known
Ohio's
as a
got a lot of travelers too,
yeah.
like vacationers. So like you always find someone with an Ohio State fucking sweatshirt
There's
on.
Ohio ties everywhere. You were saying
Yeah,
like there's Steelers fans everywhere. There's Ohio State fans everywhere.
For
It's one of the
sure.
biggest colleges ever. Oh well, I mean ever, whatever. Ever. Yeah, it is, I guess. And then people, go 50,000 a year, or I guess 15,000 a year, graduate from there and go elsewhere in the country, but they'll always have Ohio State ties. So I don't know. I think it's mostly just the most relevant Midwest city, so it gets all the Midwest memes and like.
I guess. I just feel like it's a trend right now or something then that people are just, you're from Ohio or like something.
Because
I
it
have no
also
idea.
has no like real redeemable qualities.
Ugh.
Like you can think of like the West Coast as having some like great weather, or like the East Coast, I don't know, being more dignified maybe with like a sophisticated Ivy League schools and Wall Street and all that. Texas, Florida has like the ultra conservatism. Northwest has like ultra liberal, and Ohio's just middle, nothing, bland. I think it comes to like that.
All right, I do agree with that more. Yeah, because those bigger states have their stereotypes, and the fact that Ohio is the biggest Midwest one. Yeah, okay, I agree.
3 major cities, as you said, 2 NBA or 1 NBA team, 2 NFL,
Yeah.
2 MLB.
Like enough to be in the conversation year round for something.
They're kind of bland big cities.
Right.
The 3 C's.
right. That's my take on the whole thing, because I've definitely noticed it even more. I would say since like LeBron was sweet on the Cavs again. I know probably like the beginning of our college, but that's also when I moved here, so I don't know if that was just kind of circumstance.
All right, next question. This one was asked to us off camera, I believe, and we said yes. Would you let that one show pimp your ride?
Damn, when's the last time they made one of those shows? I'll look it up.
100% yes. My ride sucks. Pimp it out. I need a cooler ride. That'd be
They're
awesome.
gonna put you on like 48-inch suspension, so you need a ladder to get in your car.
I'll hook one up every time. A step stool to get down. I 100% would do that.
You wouldn't care about the complete inconvenience.
I mean, I get to like tell them
No, they
what
just take your
I
fucking
want.
ride.
They.
You just
I'm
say
still
like,
saying yes.
I like fishes or something, and they'll put an aquarium in it or something.
Oh. Okay.
Holy shit! Did you guys know they brought it back on Netflix this year?
For real?
Oh, in 2024, co-creator Rick Hurwitz bought a retooled version of the show to Netflix. Now it's titled Resurrected Rides.
Okay.
Are they pimping the ride, or are they just
What was that
fixing 'em?
dude who did it? Was his name Exhibit? Is that cornrows?
Exhibit, which ran 6 seasons from 2004 to 2007. Wow, it was only 3 years.
So NFL Street 2 featured that guy Exhibit. And he was like the dude who like walked you through tutorials and stuff, and you got to play with him, and they made him kind of sweet. It's a weird tie, but if you remember NFL Street 2, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Okay.
He kind of looks like 50 Cent.
Does his name start with an X?
Yeah.
Okay.
XZ. What? I bit.
I love it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, next question. Oh, yeah, here it is. Best liquor to take a shot of.
Is it Christmas or not? I don't know.
Whatever day.
Any time of the year.
You give me all 4 seasons. Favorite one.
I won't. You guys go first.
I think, because I saw this first, like I had a second to think about it. And remember, this is back in college, so maybe I like drinking a lot more. But whenever I had a lemon-flavored vodka, the specific I remember a New Amsterdam one, it always goes down very well. Lemon-flavored vodka seems to go smoother. In
Not
this
something I
one,
would
I was
say.
just like bottle ripping, and it was like, wow, this is great. Maybe something like that. I haven't tried it in a while, but maybe you buy that and just take a couple sips, see if you like it.
I know New Am had a
I like
lemon.
a green apple Ciroc.
Ciroc was always
Bro.
actually kind of, that was a high school drink that you just swigged from the bottle. I remember.
Oh, man. No, I'm good on that.
I actually like Jaeger shots.
I'll
But-
do a Jaeger bomb, I guess. It's slightly different, but it's not just a pure shot. I don't know. For cheap convenience, Fireball just hits, honestly.
It's pretty easy.
If you're able, it's so easy. If you're able to spend a little bit more, like what we were doing, that Crown Apple, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
But for like out, I really like taking a shot of McGillicuddy's, to be honest with you.
What is that?
I'm sorry. McGillicuddy sucks. That's
Yeah.
that's shitty. No, that's Minnesota shit. No, the peppermint one.
Rumplemints.
Rumplemints. Yes.
Yeah,
I
Rumplemints.
like that. I think the
Yeah.
peppermint really helps kill the liquor vibe.
Yeah, you're right. I always love that one.
And I
50% too.
I couldn't believe when I learned it was 50%. That was long after I'd gotten enough girls. I was like, let's take a shot. I thought it was like some 20% garbage, and it's fucking 50%.
Yeah. You could make some nice Christmas drinks with that probably. That'd be pretty nice.
True. I've never bought a bottle of Rumpleman's though. I feel like I don't want to start. You know, that's you're going down a hard path at that point. I don't know.
Maybe we start. I don't
Maybe
know.
this Christmas. Maybe this is the year. You know.
You got an answer over there?
The green apple Ciroc.
Oh, Green Apple Ciroc.
Yeah.
That's funny. Or just remember that. Okay. All right. What's the most athletic thing you've ever done?
Oh man. Good question. It's a good question. I have to think. I don't know.
I think, without thinking too hard and just coming up blank, high school basketball, OU summer trip. You go to OU when you're like junior, senior. You stay in their dorms for the experience, and you play basketball for just 2 days straight. One of those days, fast break. Other team is on a fast break. I'm just getting back. There's 2 guys playing 2-on-1 with me. I hear my coach yell, "Pin him off the backboard, Brady." I run over. He throws it up. I jump up, swat this kid off the backboard so hard.
That's
it was
lit.
hilarious. And I land on top of this guy. And there's 2 of my like JV teammates sitting right there. I look up at them. We like lock eyes. We're like, whoa! Our team gets the ball going the other way. The other kid on our team like bricks a 3 because he's laughing so hard that I just did this. It was just
Really
the
causing your
funniest
team turmoil.
sequence ever. That's when I felt athletic.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I've robbed 1 home run over the fence in my life. In
That's lit.
softball.
That's pretty sick.
That was probably the most. I either just threw my glove up, caught it, came down, and then looked in it. And I was, oh shit, I did catch it. And then Brady threw me an alley-oop once.
Oh,
I was there.
yes.
I was there. I can attest. That was fucking
Pretty
sweet.
nasty.
And yeah, that was talked about for a long time afterwards, including today.
God. Yeah. We'll just be talking to people
Yo.
or whatever.
Did you hear about that oop?
Yeah.
I brought it up.
You
like
think those girls
I
over there
brought
heard
it up
about
like
the oop?
3 weeks ago
You did.
when
yeah.
I went to their house for your parents' house for the draft.
Yes.
You were late. You had a draft in the morning, but
Yeah.
that before you got there
The
was
oop.
like, Corey,
think
you hear
they-
about the oop?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, you hear about the oop was like the line of that
Dude,
year
that
after
was
we did it.
so sick. I can't imagine. Like, I had the ball coming up. It's another 2-on-1 situation. There's somebody trailing right by me. I see him late, and I throw the ball up very quickly. It's like a dart line drive at the rim. Rises up immediately. One hand slams it in. It was pretty sick. I wish there were people watching, but it was like us and the other team, maybe some dude shooting on the other hoop. Those were the days. That's pretty cool.
Those were the days. And still our the group message between us 3 is the title is the record that we had going.
Holy shit, yeah.
In pickup basketball in college. Yeah, that was during that run.
50-2.
Quite a run we
A lot
had.
of wins. I watched Hunter dunk once.
I have
Yeah.
a video because I only really did it once. It was right before we went to Padre the first time. That was like the peak of my athleticism. But there wasn't
I
really
remember
a
that.
good example other than that
You
because
said-
that was not even in a game. Like that was just right before we left and we were just packing up to go home.
You got a
Yeah.
max bench press over there.
I got a max. I did hit 395 one time when I was peak. That's crazy.
It's a lot.
I'm never gonna touch that again. That was pretty nuts. I'll say my best was in high school football varsity. I had as a free safety. I had 2 interceptions in the first half of this game, and the
Nice.
second one right before half, I returned for like 70-yard touchdown,
Let's go.
breaking like I don't know bunch of tackles because I'm slow. So like people like kept
Just
catching up to me.
Running
But
behind you
I was
to
like
get
getting
front.
them, yeah. And the picture as I like get into the end zone is my header on Twitter. If you ever seen that,
I know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. Oh, that was sweet. That was fucking unbelievable. Then honorable mention, but it won't really count because it's not really athletic. But I guarantee not many people have done this.
Okay.
In 5th grade traveling baseball, I broke a metal bat at bat and got a hit with it. Like I got the hit, and as I'm running to first, I look, the bat is just in half in my hands. I'm like, this is a metal bat. This doesn't. I'm a 5th grader. What is
Dude
going
corked
on?
a bat in 5th grade.
And
A metal bat corked it.
and my buddy's dad, whose bat he'd bought,
A
everyone
lot of bees there.
he came up to me afterwards. My bat, what you doing to my bat?
Oh,
He was
shit.
just joking, but it was very funny. Yeah, that was very confusing and something I
funny.
bet not many other people have done.
Never. No way.
Good question.
Yep, good question. So kind of off that one, what's the least athletic thing you've ever done?
Oh God, yeah, that's a good question.
I
too.
submitted these and I didn't even think about them.
That's what you should have gave us some heads up on these.
Also, another thing for Bowman's most athletic is he jumped from house to house on an incline.
Oh shit! Yeah, uphill.
Do you count
Uphill.
that athletic? He fucking has
my leg-
lasting
It would have been
damage.
least if he
My
died.
leg is still bruised.
He has lasting damage.
But he did complete it, so I'd throw that in there. Least athletic. Honestly, first thing that came to my mind, because one thing just clicks, and I'm just gonna go with it, so I don't have to think longer. I've definitely done other things non-athletic, but this one is kind of just a funny story. We were in college at the frat house, and I don't really know why I did it, because I was hammered and drunk.
Oh,
And
now you know.
somebody was probably like, yo, do this or something. I don't know. But like, if you go through, if I'm remembering right, because this is God so long, if you go through the big frat house all the way to the back in the kitchen
Mhm.
or around there, like the back area, there's a window, a small window back there.
Yeah.
Okay, I jumped out of it, and it was like, it's like ground level, but not, because it's a dip in the grass. So like it's not ground level, but
How far was this?
I think
Ball.
you just determined what my least athletic thing is, but go on.
I don't know. I mean, it is a little much to make me think it in the air, like, oh shit, I'm not on the ground yet. And then I just like tore up my ankle. It didn't land right, and then I had to wear an ankle brace for weeks and weeks. That was the first thing that came to my mind, just jumping and not landing.
I'm pretty sure I fell out maybe the exact same window you're referencing in the back of that frat house.
Let's go.
And I'd forgot about it till you just said that.
Let's go. That window's taking bodies.
Yeah. No kidding. That might be it. Also fell off. You remember last
Yeah, but
year
you
when-
landed
Yeah.
it.
on the front deck, I fell off my deck.
But you landed it.
But I
Almost.
mean,
Enough.
enough. I didn't die.
I don't even know. Like, I can't think of anything. Do you have anything?
Back to both of the same sports. Softball, earlier this year, hit the ball, started to run. First step was right on the home plate, so my foot slipped. Then my next step was on home plate again, and then
You went
I
2
just
feet?
face planted.
Oh,
Let's
no.
go.
Then the dude fucked up the throw, so I had to get up and run to first, and I was safe.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's probably an
At
error.
least you're safe.
Sounds like an error.
Kinda
ball
hurt.
there. You might need 2 errors to get to first there.
Then basketball, I got crossed by like a 50-year-old like 6 months ago. fell to the ground.
No.
I like went to take a step, and my foot was above the ground further than I thought, and so I just kicked my foot out all the way forward and just fell on my ass.
Dude, sometimes it's just footing, man. You just like misplace the
I-
step.
it's a
and-
carpeted fucking
Oh.
basketball court.
Yep.
Yeah.
that
I
can
always
get
had
you.
those
That was bad.
fucking rolly ankle problem, like always
Yeah.
growing up, where you just take a step and your ankle just turns and the side of your ankle wants to hit the ground instead of the bottom of your feet. I've
Mhm.
probably done that no less than 100 times in my life. And like never really got hurt, but man, do I look like such a fucking loser every time I do it.
I like it.
Hmm.
Next question: are the Steelers actually good this year, or is T.J. Watt just a dog?
Those
Same
are
as every year.
mutually
No, they're
exclusive.
not good.
Yeah, I mean, talking about it, week to week.
They'll beat bad teams. Yeah.
T.J. Watt is really good, and he wins us a lot of games. I think there's a stat out there when he doesn't play that we're like 1-11. So I think I would just leave it at that.
Yeah, your defense
TJ
gives
Watt's
up
the
like
dog.
10 more points a game or something.
I'd like to think our offense gets better this year, and then we'll see.
Been hearing that for a while.
Yeah. Next question. And if you had to choose, which is worse? Who is worse, Deshaun Watson or Daniel Jones?
Somehow, I mean, again,
This is
Watson.
easy for me.
Sean's
Watson.
worse.
Deshaun Watson's worse.
Sean Watson.
Yeah.
I can't keep watching him thinking there's going to be something.
Yeah.
And,
I'm actually
I mean,
That
goddamn
dude
no.
throws uncatchable balls like 50% of the time. Just super over their head or just straight in the dirt.
Yeah, I actually have a good fantasy team that's starting Daniel Jones every week, and it's just fine.
And
He's
Daniel
not
Jones
that bad.
is like surprisingly more athletic than
Yeah.
a Deshaun Watson
Yes.
running the ball. Like,
Yes.
that's weird to say.
Now I don't think it's at least how they're playing this year. It's not really that close.
Daniel Jones it is. Shout out all those Browns fans, baby. Overreaction or reality? OSU could lose 2 or 3 more games this year.
2 or 3?
2 or 3 more, that might be pushing it.
I'm saying overreaction, big boy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Who's the big boy that asked?
I don't know why I said that because he's not very big.
I think
I don't mean to insult you. I just know, not fat-wise.
They can lose 1 more for sure. 2 is getting questionable. 3, no way.
3 at Penn State, home against Michigan.
Yes. We got
And then if you throw in a Big Ten championship game in there.
games that deem tougher because the teams are having better years. Like we still have to play Indiana, which is
True.
undefeated.
True.
Nebraska. But I would say we go undefeated the rest of the regular season. I think Oregon was our toughest game for sure. That was the one that I said at the very beginning of the year. I was like, okay, if I'm picking one to lose, it's that one. I think we can win out.
Till the Big Ten.
And then we play Oregon again, and then I would say we win that one. I'm not saying like.
Well, even if we lose, we're probably still in the playoffs.
I know it's not even like, we can lose for sure. I just know I think we have
Do the
one of the
playoffs
best teams in the league.
pick up immediately the week after the championship games?
Don't know with the new format.
The
Probably
first
not.
round of playoff games, I think, are December 20th and the 21st.
Probably at
still
least
a
one.
week. Yeah, at least one.
And then there's like, a week off, and then we come back, and a week off, come back, and it keeps following that type of schedule. Definitely go into that once that comes around and talk more college football.
Yeah, we're a ways from there.
Okay, so next question. Are the Lions' Super Bowl hopes dead?
No.
Take it that, just coming off of Aiden Hutchinson's injury is why that question's asked.
I think, like you said, it might trade for someone to kind of fill that spot. But, it's the same offense that's kicking ass, moving everyone off the line.
The best non-quarterback in, our lifetime has only mattered about 1.5 points to the line. To, any game line, say a team. So, peak Texans with J.J. Watt favored by 3 points on a week, and J.J. Watt goes out in practice that week, they're still favored by, 1.5 points, maybe even 2. Aiden Hutchinson is at most like that. They definitely have chances, albeit not quite the same, but 95% the same. It's when you're getting to quarterbacks that you can move actual real percentages. You can get up to 6, 7, 8 points for a Tom Brady at his peak.
Nice. Yeah, no, their hopes aren't dead. And like you said, their offense is great. They've got amazing line, 2 running backs, great receiving options. Even without Aiden Hutchinson, they got dudes on defense that play nice. They drafted well the past 2 years. Those guys are stepping up. Their recent rookie, Terrion Arnold, just picked the ball off this week.
They still got dudes.
From Bama.
For sure.
They got dudes. Okay, this is the last question. And if you submitted questions, later or in the evening of Tuesday, bleeding into Wednesday, we can just answer these on another day because this is when we potted. So last question, are you all investing in Roth IRAs and not just gambling all your money away?
Who the fuck asked this? What a question. Probably going to be different for everyone, but yeah, I definitely am.
Wait, to which one?
2020 was the first year I started investing in the Roth IRA, and I've invested in it every year since.
Nice.
So yes, I'm also gambling away quite a fuck ton.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's all.
I would say though, you win money gambling.
Yeah.
You win a lot of bigger bets. Not a lot, but just some to keep you afloat, right? You're probably plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'm flattered by whoever asked this. Their concern for our financial well-being. That is funny.
Yeah, thank you for the question. Appreciate it. No, I'm not investing in a Roth IRA.
But you have a 401k.
Yes, I do. I would need extra money to put that there, and it's just not something I have. So I prefer to bet smaller amounts in gambling and try to win it that way. So that's where I'm at.
I have a 401k, a Roth IRA, and gamble my life away.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
You can do them all.
He's hitting the triple crown.
You can do them all, baby.
My 401k, I haven't put anything in a while. It's just for my first job. Just sitting there. slowly losing money because they're charging me a fee for keeping it in there.
Oh, well, I hope it's also growing.
That sucks.
So you're not losing
I think
money.
it's just breaking even, more or less.
There's no way.
No, it's making some.
Yeah.
Well, it's like vested, so they're supposed to take their money, like half their money back, but they haven't done it yet. It's been like 5 years, so I don't know when.
You look
or
at
if they're
details,
gonna-
you can probably convert it to a.
After they
IRA.
watch this, they're about to be on your radar.
I'm sure they're watching.
Oh, shoot.
All right, that was the last question. Again, we'll answer others that come in later on next week's pod if there is any. But thank you all for all those questions. That's pretty awesome. I love that. On to one of our last segments of the day. Maybe it's second or third to last, actually, but these will go quicker. Survival of the Fittest, our very own Survivor League. Last week, I got mine wrong. Bowman got his wrong. Hunter got his wrong. What was Josiah's? Oh, the Cardinals. He got his wrong.
Yeah, we went 0 for 4. But like Bowman said, I don't think there was like any upsets last week.
Yeah,
I don't know if we were kind of set up for failure.
I didn't look at it 100%, but I was like, I think, looking through it, I was like, I thought every single one of these teams was favored.
If you're, these are definitely harder things to hit, and this is like for our amusement. And if you're looking
We're
for
not
bets
recommending bets here.
to tail, like just pay attention to community service, and that's up next. This is just for a game we can play and upsets that could happen.
Speaking of, you got one there, Brady?
Yeah, I have not won one yet in this segment, but I'm going with an easy pick right here. And you know what that is? That's the Lions over the Vikings.
Oh, my God. This guy wants to go 0 for 4.
I believe right now they're 2.5-point dogs. I'm just thinking this is an easy pick, man. The Lions coming off a 47-9 ass whooping of the Cowgirls. Granted the Vikings are off a bye week, but I think one thing that's better than a bye week is kicking ass the week before. So I'm taking the Lions.
There's no way.
I'm going to lock in my easy pick, and that would be the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are dogs?
I'm going to play the Niners in the Bay.
Wow.
That's a good pick.
Wow. Feels like they shouldn't be dogs.
Good pick.
But they don't care about the regular season as much. So I don't know. Anyone text Josiah for his pick?
Niners need to win more. No, I did not.
Giants underdogs this week. Does he want them?
Yeah, let's just give him Giants.
He probably would take them, though. I don't know. It's so hard to tell if he's, like, big on them or not.
You
these
text him,
days.
and then we'll just move on, and we'll input it here. If not, he gets the Giants.
Okay.
But,
I'm still trying to pick mine because I
you-
forgot.
Come on.
Well, how much confidence you got in the Steelers on Sunday night?
It's
They
going to
don't-
be like a 3-point game ending. It's going to be close and not a lot of points scored.
See, I prefer blowouts.
So they
You
have
prefer
a
an
chance
underdog
for
to
sure.
blow out
for
the
an
favorite
underdog,
team, yeah.
That's what I do.
You'll be on your seat and just like itching your ass.
Itching my ass.
On your seat, itching your ass.
Dude, that's what I like to do. How about the Saints at home with Mr. Spencer Rattler?
Whoa.
Thursday night game against the Broncos that it's probably going to be garbage.
Is that locked in?
Real reminiscent of
Is
I
that
don't
official?
yeah, I typed it. Tell me what.
I think Olave's probably going to miss, and I think Rashid might miss as well.
They're home dogs against the Broncos who suck. That's fine.
Yeah, Olave off a concussion in a short week. He might not play. Take your whatever you want. But is Carr out for sure?
Carter's out for sure. He's
Okay.
out a few more weeks, believed.
Yeah,
or
they almost
for
put him
certain,
on
I don't know.
IR.
Rattler actually had flashes in that game. They did score
They
28
scored a bunch.
points.
Yeah.
It's just that they gave up 51, I think. So tough.
That game's going to be gross.
They fumbled quite a few that was not a lot of that was Rattler's fault.
Yeah, so they're going to win.
Kamara been letting me down week to week. He needs to get back to what he was doing.
Because he's a little bitch.
Good little bitch.
Okay, we'll come back to maybe Josiah's pick. Community service. This is where we actually want you to tell our bets because, like we stated maybe a couple pods ago, we've been profitable for the last 22 months.
Sure is. Up 4 1/3 units just on the 19 bets we've made this year. That's pretty hard to do. I haven't looked at it, and we have different unit size, but we're probably hitting like 2/3 of bets this year.
And I had my bet last week. I hit. I was the only one in the negatives. I think there's one other guy barely, but I was in the negatives.
Other guy? Only 4 of us.
Oh, I don't know who it was, so I don't know. But
it's not me.
I hit my over
Pretty
50 and a
one
half
guess.
in the Bama SC game. Finished 52, so it was a close bet, but hit it and cashed. If you want another bet from me this week, no, I don't have any for you.
It was like an Instagram promo.
Wow. What a fucking rug pull.
Do any of you guys have any bets this week in community service?
I didn't look at anything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah.
I'm going to go back to the well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The Vikings, the best first quarter team in the NFL.
Wow.
Off
the
a
Lions?
Off a bye, though, I found FanDuel is pricing it very well, pretty much lower than everyone else. So even if they weren't a great first quarter team, even if they weren't off a bye, it'd probably be a coin flip. But you can get them as a first quarter winner minus 112 on FanDuel right now against the Lions. They are 2.5 point favorites anyways. They should be favored in the first quarter. On top of them just starting
did you say, are you doing the 3-way?
hot. No, this is just money line.
Okay.
Just 2-way. Should be minus 112. If you want to be a little sneakier, you can go first quarter spread minus 1.5 plus 142. I personally have bet on both, like diversify on that position. But for this, I'm just giving out first quarter winner, money line, 2-way, Vikings over the Lions, minus 112 on FanDuel.
I have an
Tail it.
announcement. We have a pick is in for Joe Sice. He's
You
under
don't say.
Whoa.
It's going to be the Houston Texans playing the Packers.
Okay.
In
I thought
the Bay
about
of
that
Green.
one.
So what is what's the bet?
No, that's his under. That's his.
That's his survivor
I thought-
pick.
Oh, so not
No, that's just Survivor.
just the survivor pick. Okay.
Yeah, I think, their dogs to Green Bay. He picked against Green Bay last week, and it bit him in the ass. So we'll see if it happens again, folks.
He's not a Packers fan.
But Texans 4-1, is that the record? I mean, they're doing
Yep.
pretty well.
Can't imagine who they'd lose to.
All right, let's move on to it's just the best segment in all of podcasting right now. It's the one, the only drunk draft. Whose pick is it anyway? We draft, you make us drink.
It's true. That part
Let's
is
start
true.
commercials,
We could.
ads.
There.
I'll hit up like huge YouTubers and say, hey, can you play this ad in your video?
Put it on the CW.
Signal, huh?
Who him?
All right, so drunk draft last week. Hunter went with wide receivers of the 2000s. It was fun to do because we love football.
Rap music.
It was fun to do.
Hunter thought he had it in the bag. He said, this is my one position I know. I know.
That is not the context of me saying the wide receivers. It was always going to be super close for the best wide receivers of 2000s. I said that when we were talking about drafting for fantasy football.
Yeah, he did. I'm trying to twist his words.
I understand, though. I still think I had the best team, and the listeners don't know dick about wide receivers.
Whoa.
Whoa, don't vote.
Yeah,
Don't vote for
you're
this.
you're
guy.
good. You're good.
Don't ever
You're
vote for him.
You guys
good.
are good.
But I respect the outcome. And is it Randy Moss' team that won?
No.
No, that was my team. It was second place.
Mhm.
You won with Chad Ochocinco?
And Antonio Brown.
The last pick's always got to be
now
fair.
I'm doubling down. You guys are retarded. if
Whoa,
you
don't
voted for
include
Bowman.
me. Okay,
Are
okay,
you
all right,
kidding me? This is stupid.
You
Kelvin
gotta-
Johnson's a dog, but then T.O. Antonio Brown, Chad
I think-
Ochocinco. This is Steelers
I think
fans.
I honestly, when you look at the list, I'm just trying. I try to find ways on why I lost. So I'm thinking maybe they just saw Megatron, Calvin Johnson. That's who I remember. That's who's my favorite, and then they picked that team.
I think it's fucking Steelers fans seeing Antonio Brown and Bengals fans seeing Chad Ochocinco.
Oh, yeah. I thought about that too.
You got to pick Flash. You got to.
He won. I mean, yeah. One of us should pick those guys.
You literally
No,
said
I'm not
do
going to
pick.
compromise on a best wide receiver list just to pander.
Yeah, I guess that's one maybe you
Absolutely
don't,
not.
but that's
Absolutely.
why you shotgun a beer this week.
That is why I shotgun a beer. I'll pay that. Fine.
Okay, so Bowman wins. He picks. What is it?
I don't have any theme music. Board games.
You know, when you're with your family growing up, you're about 6 years old. They might have introduced you to your first board game. think back hard on what your favorite one might have been, because we're about to name them.
Holidays coming up. What kind of games do you want to play on the holidays? You
Now,
know,
these
back with the fam.
specifically, have to include a board. It can't just be like a card
Predominantly
game.
horizontal board.
Yeah.
Predominantly horizontal.
And the board must be utilized in more ways than just a fucking scorecard or something. You know.
What's the percentage that it has to be horizontal versus vertical?
Battleship is okay.
How about like
50-50, I guess.
Mousetrap?
That is definitely okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but not Connect Four.
No.
No, it's vertical.
Connect
See,
Four is
it's
like
pretty
very
close to a
vertical.
50-50 there. I don't know.
Well, it depends on that depends on the board, but normally Connect Four is literally just the
Okay,
vertical with some
I'll
legs.
try and think of more things too.
I'll veto anything.
Let's
Okay.
just do 3 rounds.
3x3. I'm cool with that.
That's fine.
All
I
right.
don't really want to. I don't think there's that many. Honestly.
You don't like board games. I get it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No one ever said that.
Bowman and I are board game enthusiasts, and we will happily watch you shotgun next week.
Yep.
All right, let's do it. Let's draft. Let's go.
What is the order? Me,
This way.
Brady, Bowman, and Bag.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going with hands down the best board game
Easy.
of all time, Monopoly.
Monopoly goes round 1. Pick one. I do think it's going to be a popular one, but for people who don't like to sit down for 4 hours, stay away.
It's crazy how popular Monopoly is for being so hard to play, and no one ever fucking plays it, I feel like.
I know.
But it's still like the most iconic board game.
I don't know if you guys know, there's an app called Monopoly Go.
Yeah.
That is like one of the base apps currently.
Yeah, but it's not really Monopoly, right?
Yeah, but you may get votes for just that specifically.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying good pick,
Got you.
inadvertently.
Board
Yeah.
games, guys.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go. I really just don't. I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough one. I'm going to go with Candyland.
Really?
It's one I just hope gets the nostalgic people out there who used to play it all the time when they were kids. I know I did, so hopefully it works out.
Okay. I mean, it hit me. I got some nostalgia with just you saying it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'll give it to you.
You like giggle like.
All right. So, what
Yeah.
I'm going to do is take Scrabble,
Decent.
aka I
But
might get some.
you're not
Yeah.
thinking about the illiterate community.
What about the dumbasses out there?
They still like Words for Friends. You only need 2 letters.
Oh, that game was awesome back in the day.
Yeah, I love that game.
So hoping to kind of grab that kind of that group in there. Let's see. I've been trying to think about what versus what I know what I would take here, like clearly, but I don't think I have to take it here because I don't think many people like that game. But do people see like what are
Tiddlywinks.
people gonna fucking go for?
Tiddlywinks. Oh, stop. I was waiting to get that one later. We definitely could go
Yeah,
4
give
rounds.
me Mousetrap.
You really went
What
Mousetrap.
the-
Dude, Mousetrap's fun as fuck.
What?
That's not at all what I would have guessed.
It's not even like a game. You set it up and then you just like do it once.
Great game.
I think there is actually a game behind it, but I agree that I've
There
never
is a
actually
winner.
played it.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I'm gonna buy Mousetrap.
No.
Don't you already have that?
No.
You have another maze game. I
Sure.
know you do.
Sure do. I'm not gonna mention it though.
Whoa. Fuck.
Oh, that's not really. Yeah, I wouldn't consider that a board game.
Okay, well then we're gonna go with my next pick is checkers. Another one that you played, probably one of your first games that you were taught, and it's let's go nostalgic. Let's go.
A classic, no doubt. But man, I'm between 2.
You get 2 picks.
Well, no, because one is set in stone.
Whoa.
Because I have to have. It's just my favorite board game. So that's gonna be my 3rd pick.
Oh, I know what you're taking away 3rd.
So like the problem is, do you just follow up checkers with chess?
Didn't say you're playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah, right. So like, you're right. I have to do that. So let's go chess.
Mm-hmm.
Can I guess your next one?
You may.
It's Settlers of Catan.
It sure is. It is Settlers of Catan or Catan, depending on where you live relative to the Mason-Dixon line. I don't know if that's true.
Never heard of this game.
Never played it. I've watched people play
Settlers
it.
of Catan is a fucking great game.
It would rank probably top 5 in most any enthusiast.
If you're
games.
if you're an enthusiast, you love. Basically, if you know what Settlers Catan is, if you've played it, chances are you really like it. Otherwise,
Is it like
you're gonna be like, what
wizards
the
and
fuck is that?
spells and shit?
It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, all right.
No,
His
Wait.
thing.
what he's saying. Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's man, I don't even know. How
Is
to
it like territorial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, you trade
Resources
like
and stuff.
resources
Okay.
to build and get more territory, kind of.
All right.
It's a monopoly of sorts.
Like a Risk almost. Another one that was probably an honorable mention if no one guesses it, but
Okay, my last one.
yeah.
Ooh, I personally love this one. Doesn't take you as long as a game of Monopoly, so you can sit through it, maybe like an hour. I'm gonna go with Clue.
Ooh, that was not the one I thought you were gonna go for.
It's a good one.
But I like it.
Really love that little mystery to it, and it makes you think a little bit. You gotta keep crossing things off in your mind. Play
I'll
a little
never forget
strategic.
Colonel Mustard because of Clue. So
Oh yeah.
With no doubt in my mind, this is my favorite game, but it's just an honorable mention because I don't think people play it. It's Ticket to Ride.
No,
what is it?
I don't know.
Ticket to Ride. Amazing game.
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
Exactly. That's why I can't take it. But
Can
it's
you
the
tell
most
me what it is?
the most honorable mention of all. It's a map. You basically draw cards, and those are your trains, and you get routes, and you have to connect them. You get points for each connection you make.
It's kind of like
Is it-
Settlers of Catan.
Similar, yeah, with the
Hmm.
longest, and then great game. I'll
Okay.
bring it over. I have Ticket to Ride Europe. But
Let's have a board game night. Intoxicating Sports sponsored board game night.
I'm down, dude.
We play
Yeah.
whoever won. We play or at least one of those games.
And
Ooh,
I
they get
really
to choose the game we play. Yeah, winner gets to choose the
Winner
game.
gets we play the game. Loser shotguns.
Ooh.
Might just happen, boys.
Okay.
Might just happen.
I'm gonna choose the one that I think Hunter was gonna
Mhm.
think that Brady was gonna take, and that is the game of life.
That is exactly what I thought Brady was going to take.
Yeah.
Very, very much a banger. I was between life and chess for my second one.
Good
Yeah.
game. Get to spin the wheel. You get to choose your job.
It's like
You
the
get
casual
family.
person's Monopoly.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Definitely played it a few times growing up, and I liked it.
Shoots and ladders. Sorry, trouble. Love you. Ticket to Ride. Risks categories. I wouldn't consider a board game. You kind of more just writing.
Yeah, see, the 7th most sold board game ever is Trivial Pursuit. I wouldn't even consider
Trivial-
that.
I had that down.
That's like barely a
Mastermind
I
and
guess it is.
Battleship.
It's more like you just have the board to move your pieces.
Yeah. Risk, I said earlier, but it's the
Strategio.
only other one I'd really say.
Strategio.
Axis and Allies,
Played it in high school.
just too confusing a little bit.
Wait. In
Yeah.
like World Studies?
Yeah.
Okay, I did play that. Yep. That was actually fun.
Yeah, I almost
It's
won.
fun.
I
It's
lost.
like
I
a
lost
more
to Germany.
in-depth Risk.
Lost to Germany in my last 1v1 for the fucking world.
Oh,
I was
man.
Belgium. It's so embarrassing.
Damn. You Belgium gonna take over the world?
I was literally just
You
me and
couldn't
Germany
stop
left.
the Third Reich?
All I needed them to do was fuck up and not attack me because
No
it was
one could
harder to
stop
defend
Frank
yourself
Should've
than
allied
attack.
with the U.S.
And
Should have bombed Pearl Harbor.
dude, I played everyone in that fucking class so hard. I was fucking Belgium and I was the last one left.
That's pretty crazy.
I had teammates. I had 2 other teammates, and I was like, "You guys just take the class off. I got this."
They probably loved that.
Do it for the
Just do
waffles.
nothing.
Literally, I think I elected one to be the dice roller, and the other one I think just sat there.
A couple more that you haven't named. Have you guys ever heard of a game called Othello?
Yes.
No.
Just one team is little white chips, another team is black chips, and you're just playing one-on-one.
It's like backgammon.
And okay, you're just trying to take over
I
the
like
the
that
board
game.
with your color.
Go.
Go. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
Okay, but no,
That game has got the.
I don't
fucking
actually
triangle.
know those games. I just know what they look like.
gotcha. What about Mancala?
Mandingo.
That one I never thought was good because you could like figure it out, couldn't you? Couldn't you like? Isn't there like just a solved way to play it, kind
Is
of?
this when you
Oh,
jump
I mean,
things?
I don't know,
with
but
the
you're like
marbles kind of
drop
thing?
in each, marble, and then you take some.
I haven't played it. for
Hungry Hungry
15
Hippos.
years, but
Forgot about.
Hungry Hippos.
Forgot about that one.
Trouble? Did you guys say?
Trouble. Sorry.
Trouble,
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't
wow.
know which is which.
Well, nobody took sorry.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Wow, I just thought somebody would have.
Don't even know which one's which. One you like. There's the bubble dice, and the other one you
I
just
think
draw
people are gonna give
cards?
us some shit for not picking sorry.
We have an easy response.
Sorry. All right, well, go vote. It'll be on our Instagram story as always. Anything else before we go, guys? No. All right. That's it from here. See you guys later.
Let's go.